Oh my god, it's a vampire girl. Hey you guys, I know it's a little weird to be seeing me on a Thursday if you are a regular watcher of my content, but there's a trend going around. If you have a Facebook, I'm sure you know about it, and everyone is doing the 10-year challenge. And with everyone else's challenge, people are like, oh my god, you've changed so much. It's like, yeah, it's been a decade. That kind of happens. And so instead of just putting up a picture of mine, I wanted to do a side-by-side comparison. Disclaimer, I am not a beauty guru. I do okay on myself, but that's, you know, subjective to if it's good to other people. But at any rate, I wanted to give it a shot and do my 10-year challenge, the makeup edition. So think of this as like a mashup. If like the How I Did My Makeup in High School challenge met like this 10-year challenge is going around on Facebook, they were like, hey, I want to go out sometime, and then like went straight to making out in the bathroom. That's what this video is. So as I was preparing for this video, I realized that some of the stuff that I want to use and I thought I had, I actually don't. And the other thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to use the actual products I used to use, but for one reason or another I don't have a lot of them. Even something so small as this thing that you usually get in an eyeshadow palette, I don't have any of those anymore. Like the last maybe 2 years I've gotten really into makeup, and so my collection is really expanded. I used to really only have a couple things, but what I get now are these kinds of palettes. This is the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, for example. So it's all like makeup. It does not come with a little brush. So, but the good news is I have an entire box of brushes here that I now have for this side of my face. Let's get right into it. I'm gonna say, don't have a ton of faith that this is gonna turn out great. So to give you a little bit of backstory, let's talk about where I was 10 years ago. I was 14, gonna be turning 15. Holy crepe, that's a lot of time. And it's always mind-boggling to me because people will say like, oh my gosh, you're so young. Yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna be 25 this year. That's like a half a century. I already did my hair because that's gonna take way too much time to do. This side is, you know, it's a little much. You know, this is about how I do my hair now. On a really good day, I'll curl it, but it was a little tough because my ends are dying, just like me. I need to go see Zoya. When I was in middle school, so this is before I started high school, this is more than 10 years ago, this was like the in style. I remember getting ready for volleyball games on like Tuesdays and Thursdays, and all the popular girls would wear their hair like this. My hair was cut differently when I was in high school. It was all one length, so, and it's curly like naturally like this. So it would just like bump out on the bottom and look like a weird triangle, kind of like a Cocker Spaniel. That's basically what I looked like for a long time. This is my attempt at, you know, recreating the popular girl in high school's hairstyle, because I was not that girl. So for all intents and purposes, I feel like we should probably, you know, if we're gonna commit, let's just clip this mane back. Some additional backstory for this look that we're going to be doing here today. When I was in high school, I started working at Sonic Drive-In, so, you know, everybody calm down. When I started working there, I honestly don't think I really ever wore much makeup. When I was in middle school, that's when I was first allowed to use makeup. So I would do very classic, just like black eyeliner all around my top and bottom lash line, and then just mascara and go. Another fun fact, I didn't fill in my brows until maybe like 3 years ago. And also, fuck every one of my friends that didn't tell me when I had really bad eyebrows. I had to figure that out on my own, okay? I see so many pictures now and I'm like, why? Why didn't anyone tell me? And my mom's like, I tried to warn you. I'm like, no, you didn't. That was my everyday look, was just plain black eyeliner, mascara, and go. But when I got to high school, it was a little bit more intricate because that's when I started wearing fake eyelashes, because everyone wore fake eyelashes, and like, hello, who wouldn't want a pair of these coming to mix your fountain drink at Sonic Drive-In for happy hour? I mean, clearly I'm like the most professional. Also, I don't even make the stuff that I used to use in high school anymore. Like, one of the biggest things I remember I used up until maybe like a few years ago was the NYC, New York Color, not NYX, NYC. They had these quads, and they came with a base, a highlighter, and then I think 4 shades. Obviously, that's what a quad is. There's your math lesson for the day. They would have different colors and it was categorized by eyes. So I had the blue, green, and universal, I believe. So I don't have those things, but what I do have are some colors that are pretty similar. This is just like an empty Z palette that I put together of some stuff that I depotted from other things, and very clearly I have used them quite a bit. I think pretty much the colors that I had were like this like blue kind of color and this silver are very close, so I'll use, actually in this dark gray is probably very close. I have this, which is a $1 brush that I got from Rue 21 years and years ago. Like I'm the holiday armadillo.
Years and years ago.
So I figured this is good enough. High school me never used a primer because another thing about me, I didn't wear face makeup. I know, crazy. I really only did eyes and that was it. So the high school side of me is gonna be very boring, and so we're just gonna, you know, kind of disregard her for all intents and purposes right now. But now what I will use is the Essence Prime Water. It's just a spray. It makes my face kind of sticky, which I like because that's how I know that the makeup's not going anywhere, because I have what they call oily skin, so gotta make sure it's gonna stay in place there. Oh. I don't usually open my mouth when I'm doing that, and it just got in there and it's gross. And then just casually, you know, wait for it to dry. Alexa, play Careless Whisper. Oh wait, I don't have an Alexa. Also, what I will do, I have what they call a porous face, is I will use the Catrice Prime and Fine Smoothing Refiner. Tarte actually recommended this, and if Tarte recommends that, I will buy it. Oops. Just gonna put this up in here so I cannot have texture when I put highlighter on, because Mama loves her highlighter. Also, I'm doing this side of the face as my current side of my face because she's got the MAC face spots that we need to cover up. Actually, I don't have any of the products that I used to use in high school. I should have probably said that instead of just saying, I don't have some. I have other things from the same brands, but it's like, it's not the same. I would use those NYC color palettes, so they had a base in there, so that was what I would use as my base. I'm gonna use this Catrice concealer because it's cheap, so why not? If you're wondering why I'm looking over here, it's because this is where the mirror is. Alright, so we got some of that on there, and then just take your good old finger here, and oh no, I think I overdid it. That's fine, it's fine. I feel like I probably would have just put it all over my eyelid. I would not set it because I didn't know what that was, so I didn't do it. I want to start using this damn thing more because I spent so much money on it and I never use it. Nikki Tutorials, otherwise known as the Glow Queen on YouTube, convinced me to get the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, which I'm now realizing how hard that is for me to say, but I don't use it very often because actually, to be completely honest, most of the time I do my makeup in the car, which is not safe, but you know, sometimes I've just got places to go and I don't have time to put my eyebrows on beforehand. I will take a little damp beauty sponge and just do a nice little dib-a-dab of that to get a base on my face. And I actually have not been setting this lately either, just because, I don't know, man, I'm just trying to like change it up. So that was that, and now we're going to move on to some eyeshadow. I think, I could be wrong, I used to do the crease first and kind of like map out how I wanted my eye to look and then do the lid color, so we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna take this gray color. I don't know what the name of it is. I know it's from the Lorac Pirates of the Caribbean palette, but I'm so sorry I can't tell you what name it is because I got tired of how bulky that packaging was, so I put it into this thing. We're gonna pretend this is our in the eyeshadow palette brush thing, and we would just do one of these here. Oh, girl. If I can find a picture, I will put it here. I am not joking when I say this is how I used to do my makeup. I spent an entire summer once just marathoning beauty videos and learning how to do makeup, and that's, side note, also how I realized that I had like really bad eyebrows. That was my life for a long time. I worked with a makeup artist at a restaurant once and she didn't tell me anything. So thanks for nothing, Sarah. Just kidding, I'm sure she's, you know, she's probably really nice. It's not a fun time for anyone. Then I'm pretty sure I would just, you know, take another color all over the lid. This is like a blue shade right in here. That's also, I'm so sorry for like accidentally flipping you guys off. Totally don't mean to do that. So just pack this all over the lid here. No blending, no nothing, just that. And then, to be completely heinous, I have ColourPop Flexitarian. This, I feel like, is a pretty close match. I don't know that it is, but we're just gonna try it. So I would take my pinky, because I'm disgusting, and just lather that baby all up in this inner corner. So at least I knew that. You know, I knew brighten up your inner corner, your crease goes there, and then you look like this, basically. I am not exaggerating. This is exactly how I would do it. Maybe fix the crease a little bit if I got a little too highlighty in there, but this is the shape, guys. You know, actually, now that I'm doing this, I'm not surprised that no one ever came out and said, hey, I have a huge crush on you, or ever asked me to do a school dance. That is 100% a true story. Maybe we'll just do a little bit of deepening, you know, just. But you can only blend so much with this like flat shader brush. So there's that. I wish I was joking, but I'm not. Moving on to what I do now. For Christmas, I got myself this wet palette from ColourPop, so I'm just gonna do something relatively simple so that this video isn't like 15 years long. Also, I have been experimenting with doing my eyes first. I'm usually a, how do I say this politely? A face first ass bitch. You know, sometimes you just gotta change it up. At any rate, I use fluffy brushes on my crease. What I will do now is kind of put like a lighter color up into here. I'm going for a more like day-to-day thing. Nobody make fun of my eyebrows, okay guys? I have the wax plugged in so that I can wax them because I do it myself like a complete weirdo. And then I will take, on the pointier fluffy brush, a darker color and just kind of put that in the outer corner of my eye and blend those up into each other, because that's how dimension works, not dementia, so no one's confused. As much as I would love to go for the blue smoky eye that I have been doing lately, it is 9:26 at night and I don't want to be doing that. If anyone was curious, I used Skinny Legend and Eva Beach. I believe that's how it's pronounced, so don't come for me if it's not, because I'm not from Hawaii and I don't want to hear it. So if I'm going for more of like a day-to-day type of thing, I like to keep it neutral and brown. Is that fancy? We have here the Becky G ColourPop Salvaje palette. I think it's hilarious listening to beauty gurus try to pronounce some of these names that are not Hispanic. It does something for me that I can't explain. With something like this, I like to take a flat shader brush, and I'm packing on the color Luna, which is really just like a light kind of creamy color, and I will just put that on my lid here. So that's the difference in eyeshadow, definitely a lot more natural. Although this was also more of something that I would do for work, and that's truthfully the only time that I would ever put makeup on is when I was going to work, because if not, I was just at home hanging out with my parents. So let's talk about eyebrows, because like I said, that was a thing for a long time. Now I fill in my eyebrows and have shaped them in a way that is suitable to my face and doesn't look like weird sperminess. But before that, I would just kind of let them grow. And so I'm going to try to mimic the shape that my eyebrows were, because it was not cute for a lot of years. I feel like when I was in high school, my eyebrows were probably a lot more full, but There was definitely a point in there where I didn't know to wax up in here and I would just do like the tail of my brow. If I could turn back time. I hate it. Oh my gosh. I know, that's not good. I take a pencil and I will outline it. And by it, I mean this brow here we got going on. I am just so grateful that one day I woke up and said, why do I let my eyebrow hair grow to my inner corner? Alright, so now that we've got this here nice little sketch outline for where this brow is going to be, I'll just flick up some natural looking hairs, as natural as you can get with penciling in your eyebrows. I will take some Makeup Revolution, or you can use any brow pomade that you want, because this video is hashtag not sponsored by any of the brands mentioned, because I'm not sponsored by anyone. All opinions are my own. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Just load up a brush here. This is an angled brush with a spoolie on the other side. Can you tell how many beauty videos I watch that I know the terminology, and if you don't, this is just going over your head. We looking snatched. Then take you some brow gel and set it and forget it, hunty. Now that my eyeshadow's done, it's time for some liner. I used to use the Covergirl eyeliner pencil. I don't have that, so I'm just going to use a different one that I have in my collection. Do the upper lash line and the lower lash line. Again, not concerned or confused in any way as to why no one ever asked me to any dances, even my junior and senior prom. I thought this was how you do wing liner. You know, isn't that pointed to my eyebrow? Pretty much. It was time for some lashes after that. I would always go for very thick and fluffy lashes, much like these. Now that this primer has been sitting and sitting, I think it's time to do some face stuff. Oh man, this is just gonna get weirder and weirder. I'm going to be using some L'Oreal True Match in the shade Light Ivory, because I'm a pale girl right now, because it is wintertime in Los Angeles, which means there's no sun. Also, it's been raining for like a week. This is why I do not do beauty videos and I stick to my lane of mediocre comedy. So then we're gonna take our little here foundation brush, do a nice blenderoo. As if I weren't pale enough, now we're going to take some concealer. This is Light Sand and Tarte Shape Tape, and just get rid of all that lack of sleep. A little bit, cover my mustache. Next I'm going to set my face with powder. I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush here and just set the rest of this bad boy. Okay, I think I've effectively ruined my face with powder enough. I'm just going to do a quick little bronzeroo. That impeccable bone structure. Thanks, Ma. Last step of the face things that I do on one side and not the other is we're going to put on some blush, so. Yes, this is Milani Luminoso, so this video could also be doubled as makeup that beauty YouTubers made me buy. Last step on this side of my face, I promise. Don't make fun of my brush, okay? It's been sitting in the case weird. And then just to be a little extra cute, if you ever see me in person and the tip of my nose is too shiny, please tell me, because I never know. Let's get some liner up in here. And we're back. Alright, so let's talk about mascara here for a second. I used to use the CoverGirl Lash Blast Mascara, which comes in an orange tube. I remember Drew Barrymore was the CoverGirl for it. I saw it on TV and I said, Mom, take me to Walmart now, I need to buy this. And I wore that mascara for years. Anyway, I have the CoverGirl Flourish Lash Blast, if I could talk. Right now I'm using Roller Lash by Benefit. I don't know how I feel about this mascara. It's alright. It's no Too Faced better than sex, but then again, what can be better than sex mascara? So for my lower lash line here, we're just gonna take the same pointy crease brush and whatever is left over and just put that over here. Pop a little of this in there. And lastly, for my eyes now, I like to take a pointy brush here like this one. We're just gonna use the same highlight we've been using, because, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Pop some of you in there, and then, ooh. So let's just manhandle it on there. Some days I was so bad at putting my lashes on. But you know what? Sometimes you gotta clock in by 4:30 or Rosie's gonna yell at you. Looks nice and natural. Get some brown so as to not be too harsh. Then we're gonna take our Ardell. So while that's drying, let's get some lips going. I was never one to do, I didn't use liquid lipsticks. I would maybe get like a pop of color type of lipstick. So I think the closest thing I could find is this. This is Fairy Tears from Too Faced. I feel like it's truthfully the closest thing. Ideally what I would want in this kind of situation is like a berry lip. So this is just gonna have to work, I suppose. And then I'm sure I would have just followed my shitty thin lip. This is the Ariel lipstick from ColourPop with the Disney collaboration. So let's toss on this lash, get some setting spray, and then we, oh! Alright, let's take this here clip out and take those glasses off and you're instantly hot. This is the finished look here. I don't know which side you guys think is better. I kind of think this side. I actually don't. It is so tragic. I'm so glad that I spent so much time watching beauty videos so that I don't still walk around like this and think that I'm cute, because it was not. This has actually been a lot of fun. I don't necessarily think that high school was like the best time in my life, but it certainly was a time where I had great friends. The makeup that I used to use and compared to what I do now is so completely different. I now have this entire vanity just full of stuff. This is my 10-year challenge. This is what you can learn in 10 years. I might not have a degree that's doing anything for me right now, but like, look at this face. I told you I was gonna make better content this year, so I just wanted to do it. I hope you enjoyed, because I enjoyed doing this. I always like playing with makeup. I post pictures on my Instagram of my makeup looks from time to time, but I never sit down and film it because I'm not a YouTuber. Who knows? Maybe I should pursue it, but like maybe not. But maybe. But probably not. Thanks for watching. Again, you know, not sponsored. This is just the stuff that I use, guys. If you like the video, you can like and subscribe. You can share with a friend. My social links down below if you want to follow me on Instagram or Twitter. You can do so there. If you're a regular, I'll see you this weekend. And if not, well, thank you for stopping by. And hopefully you come back again soon. Bye! I wonder if my neighbors can see or hear me, and if they can, I seriously wonder what they think that I do. Oh my god, someone's car is drowning. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, this drowning car. Someone save it. Why am I such a klutzeroo? Look at that. Look